Hello everyone, welcome back to Hyperflex Huddle. We are huddling up here to once again bring you the insights and trends right from the team of experts. And today we have Naman with us. So before we get started, Naman, I would like you to introduce us. I know you, but I want you to introduce to our guest.
All right. Firstly, thank you so much, Parivesh, for inviting me in our huddle of Hyperflex. So, all the listeners, hello, warm regards from me. I am Naman Agrawal. I am an Elasticsearch engineer with core expertise in search and observability. I mainly have worked with financial and healthcare clients. I started as a DevOps engineer. I am a certified Kubernetes administrator as well, but pivoted towards more like a database data engineer and started to learn and got excited with how Elastic is doing great with observability. Then slowly, steadily migrated towards the search as well. So yeah, search and observability are two of my core expertise. Yeah, excited to talk more about topic.
Thank you, Naman. And the agenda for today is the latest release of Elastic. So, as we are recording this video on 3rd of February, Elastic released its latest version, which is 9.3. So,
Mhm.
we are really excited about the release, what the feature got introduced in this release. Uh, but we are not going to talk specifically about this release. We are going to talk more about in general what comes in 9. So I think 9.0 was released last year in April. And since then, it got so many great updates, so many, you can say, fixes, and so many great features. So we want to talk about that. So yeah, let's just dive right in. And I want you to pick your favorite feature in the whole 9 series, and then we'll start talking about that feature.
All right. If I talk about my favorite feature, it would be definitely Agent Builder. Uh, it's really exciting with core competency how uh, agentic AI is going around for past like a year now, we can say, with all Claudebot or Modbot stuff going on with a specific GitHub repo type social media, something for AI agents, Reddit stuff. So it's really exciting. Agentic AI, Agent Builder, how Agent Builder can help us to build agents using Elastic as a core database and do vector search and hybrid search on Elastic directly, right? So, yeah, that is one of my favorite thing Elastic introduced in 9 dot versions. It's currently in GA, but it's exciting to use and play around with.
Yep. So actually, I like Agent Builder quite a like. I will also share one little bit of story. But since I worked majorly in observability, I think I am more excited about the streams which they
Hmm.
introduced. It is also looking very promising. It actually changed the whole flow of creating data
Yeah.
streams and how we used to work with that. And now it's completely the you can say the flow is completely reversed. But yeah, so I am more excited about that. We'll talk about that here
Yeah,
later.
mapping has
Also,
always been a pain point, right?
yeah,
Defining all the
now you
mapping
can edit
stuff.
it.
Yeah, it
So
is more dynamic now.
yeah, and the main thing is you can see the changes on the fly. So that actually create just eradicate the assumptions, and you can see what you are doing. And that so for me, the way you can generate the patterns, the grok patterns. I mean, so it would be an internal talk, but yeah, let's do it. So I think you and me shared a very good experience of creating the grok pattern. That's where we started when we were working with Elastic. And we know when we created a successful pattern in grok, we used to think like, okay, man, we have done something really great today. And now it's just
Yeah,
a button click, generate,
yeah, yeah.
and your grok pattern is here. So
So,
it's crazy what they are doing.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, just for the listeners, I want to mention that both me and Parivesh started our journey with Elasticsearch together. So I still remember our first assignment, we can say, to work around with Grok pattern, and we were on the call how we can do. And of course, there was no chat GPT to use and
yeah.
create the Grok pattern. So Yeah, it was fun.
So, and yeah, you can, if you can gauge the productivity which AI offers, it's a good example, right? Before, there was no chat GPT, there was no AI. We just go read documentation, try to. So as a new, the person who are new to technology, the time frame which we need to do a small task was very large, and now it can be done in a second.
Right.
Also, so I think we are talking about streams, so let's go with that. For me, it's like first it was like first you need to have the data, and you need to think about how you will. So let's say if I have done the mappings wrong, I need to do it again.
Mhm.
And also, the views, the UI is so beautiful now. You can see your changes on the fly. You can see if your, so when you generate the pattern, you can see how much of your data it is matching, how much it's not. Also, it's very, uh, I mean, I just hope if they can introduce, so right now that AI support is only for Grok,
Mm.
but if they can introduce it for all the processor, then it's gonna be game changer, because we
Yeah.
have seen the pain of creating a right ingest pipeline, and if that can be automated, or let's say assisted, it will be great. I think for the first time users of Elastic, the experience is gonna be way different than it was before, and these guys are doing really good job in that format. So yeah, streams looks very promising to me. Uh, but yeah, I cannot be selfish and just talk about observability. So let's go back to Agent Builder, because it's in your territory. So I would like you to define a bit of what Agent Builder is in general, and how you can like utilize it to its fullest.
Right. So, okay. So for me, Agent Builder is like, firstly, yeah, streams is really exciting. Uh, it gives me chills, to be honest, to not worry about Grok Builder. But Agent Builder is really nice, to be honest. It helps users to directly create agents very systematically. And so I was reading a blog, right, very recently, where a fellow elastician created a voice agent, right? So he created a sales agent which calls the customer, gets all the requirement, and book his or her hotel rooms. So right. So it was really fun for me to go through the blog. I am currently actually going through everything and how I can implement that and my use case. But it was one of the exciting use case to see. We have a lots of customer or support use cases, right? We have a number of companies, whether it be e-commerce, hotel management, or healthcare, right? They have their support agents working on, call center agents working on. So this agent builder can directly replace them, or it can help them. Replace them would be politically wrong, but yeah, they can help them to use AI to have the proper context of enterprise and infuse that context with proper compliance and guardrails with AI and create agents around it. We can monitor that agents. I am shifting to another topic, but we have LLM observability, so we can monitor that, and it's fun to see the use cases how agent builder can be used. I have seen that people have optimized their use case. So for example, I don't want to go through my email. There's lots of email coming on and coming in, lots of promotion mails and stuff, right? So I don't want to go through mails, right? I just want to have a summary to understand what mails are important to me and what mails are not important to me, right? So I personally created an agent who just go through my email, find out important mail and give me a summary of what are the mails I received, all the recipient names, and what are the context of the mail. So I don't have to go through each and every mail. So yeah, it's fun to play around. It sounds simple, but when you really go deep into it, you can connect MCP, you can have workflows, you can connect indices within Elasticsearch. So yeah, multiple things to be done, but just getting started, I guess.
If you see the release page of 9.3, there's a image where they say, uh, I wish I don't know, my data is a genie. So it's like you can just ask your data and it will reply. So I think playground was the first time when we see that, okay, just drop your index and just have a chat around your data, and agent
Right.
builder took it to the next level.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, and I was just reading the 9.3 release, and they mentioned workflows. I think workflows will gonna take agent builder again to the next level, because right now it's not just
Yeah.
about the insights. Now you can say, okay, if you find this, go do that, and
Correct. Correct.
it will be, I mean, it will change. I think for us also, we have been working with Elastic for a couple of years now, but also we need to adapt it, because now it's completely different. What we used to see, okay, first get your data, then first clean it, ingest it, then create some rules out of it, attach some webhook if you want some external functionality, and then you can have it. Of course, it will be there. It's not like completely automated. Also, if there is a manual work, but the the way to do it, or you can say the steps to do it, what even I can't find the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
words, because it's so different, it's so promising, it's so excited, because we don't know. I think we need to get our heads around it, how
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is working, but it's completely gonna change it.
If you are aware, we can probably replicate whatever we can do with N8N, the
Hmm.
agent stuff. We can create N8N agents directly using Agent Builder, and that would be fun. So
Yeah.
that is really exciting. Uh, I know we are running really fast, but before we move on to next topic, I really want to share something. Sorry for all the audio listeners, but I'm going to share screen. Okay, hopefully my screen visible, right? So I want to share before we go on to move on to uh, more topics and different stuff. We talk about our experience with Elastic. I really want to talk about how Elastic is seeing its roadmap. So when I usually ask my fellow developers or the community, right, they usually think that Elastic just got started with vector search or AI search or whatever we got, right? But you can see from since 2017, Elastic has the capability of native vector search. They had KNN and vector distance functions already in place, right? With coming with 8.x versions, they introduce ANN, HNSW, Lucene 9 optimization stuff. With newer versions, they have lots of features we can talk about, right? They have playground, they have agent builder, they have different BBQ optimization, quantization. I am leaking the paper, but yeah, this other topic I guess we'll be talking about. So yeah, this is a fun slide I found over the internet, how Elastic is seeing itself. Uh, it's not just this, it's more, right? So we never know. Workflow is not the part of this slide deck, but we have workflows in 9.3. So exciting stuff.
And I think if you see the trend, I mean, it's if you need, I need to sum it up. It's not like, so now Elastic is not just, it was never trying, but after this slide, it's more clear. We can say that it's not trying to cope up with the AI era. Now it's defining
Right.
what's gonna be there in the AI era, and we can see how they were prepared, how they built the foundation, and now that's why they are keep. So in 9.2 there was agent builders. We're like, okay, wow, it's really cool. 9.3 you have workflows. In 9.4 I'm not sure what they're gonna do. So you can, because they have this strong foundation, they have their search engine so capable, and other stuff, that's why they can keep releasing this amazing
Right.
features, because now they have their preparation done. It's all there. But yeah, I think now that our question paper is leaked, let's go to the next question, which is the BBQ. Disk BBQ
Uh,
was introduced. I think I'm sure you are the perfect person to describe and to
right.
simplify what it is, what difference it's gonna make than the previous one, right?
Right.
I think it's what HNSW.
Right,
So
right, right, right. So before I go to all the BBQ stuff, this BBQ, what is BBQ, right? better binary quantization. I know better, I know binary, but what is quantization? Heavy term, right? So if I say quantization in machine learning term, it's just making sure that we are not storing everything. We are reducing the actual storage. So for example, if I'm storing a vector in a numerical representation, which might be in a float, right? So float will take, I guess, 16 bits, right? So rather than storing the 16-bit, I will store just 8-bit. So I will do the round off, basic max round off, and rather than storing 16-bit value that is highly disk consuming or RAM consuming, I will be storing just 8 bits. So I reduce the size of the resources. This is simply quantization. I am really trimming it down, but in essence, this is what quantization is. This is what int 8 quantization is, right? So we are converting floats, that is bit 16, to bit 8, that is int 8 quantization. So this is what quantization is. This is what BBQ is doing. Better binary quantization. They are doing binary quantizations and making sure that we are consuming less resources. Of course, these have drawbacks, right? We'll have less precision. We'll have uh, problems. We'll have difference between a float 16 quantized vector versus int 8 quantized vector. So there's a difference. There is always a give and take. I cannot always be that greedy that I need everything. So it's fun. It's what PBQ is, quantization is. Coming to the HNSW, right? HNSW is just a hierarchical graph, right? It's just a big graph storing every vectors and connecting vectors with edges, right, in our graph. So the problem with, I personally love HNSW, right? Don't get me wrong, I love HNSW, but the problem with HNSW is it stores vectors in RAM for searching. You and I know that RAM is so costly, right? So I don't want to store my 100 GB of vectors on RAM. So I will need 100 GB of RAM. Not just 100 GB of RAM, I will require to have more RAM to for Elasticsearch to work. So I need JVM heap, I need RAM for searching, I need RAM for Lucene to do its job, right? So just overloading the RAM cost or resource requirement, right? That's the problem with HNSW. The RAM costing to do searches on the RAM. Therefore, Elastic quite recently introduced in 9.2 version, if I'm not wrong, the disk BBQ to store our vectors on disk and search the vectors on the disk rather than doing on RAM. So it will of course save the RAM, right? We don't have to have or pay the cost for the high, what you can say, very costly RAMs, and rather than use SSDs, which are comparatively cheaper compared to RAM, right? So this is what this BBQ is, storing our vectors on disk, searching it directly from the disk rather than using RAM. So as name suggests, doing better binary quantization on the disk rather than doing better binary quantization on our HNSW graph that will be on the RAM, right?
I think
It's
yeah,
all about
it's
cost, right? Saving
it's
the
all about cost. That's what I'm gonna say. Even they have mentioned that if you need speed, like fast speed, and you don't give a
right,
damn about cost, go with HNSW. It's the still it's best.
right,
But if you're starting with vector search, you want to try it out, you don't want to shoot your cloud bills a lot, try it with disk BBQ. So you can have like again, it's for me. I think how people gonna use it, I can think about just like we do it with a different environment, development and production.
right.
So all the good in production, but at least when you're trying to experiment something, let's go with the cheaper options. I mean,
Yeah,
that's why it's a good starting point for. I think it will make uh, people not worry about the cost, and they can start experiencing vector search, see how it's gonna work, and then they can plan their cost. And also, it is promised to be more optimized in future. So both HNSW and this BBQ gonna have more optimization coming releases. So I don't know. Maybe one day we will be saying, okay, it's not possible, but yeah, it will be very close to what we are getting in HNSW. But it's also getting optimized. So I think let's say, but it's
nice.
also very good. So it's related to vector search, and we can say now vector search is not that costly. So please go and try. If you are not trying it yet, you're losing a lot. So please go and
Right.
try vector search, and you're gonna have an amazing experience.
Yeah, this is a
Next,
new, before moving on,
yeah.
this is a
Mm.
new search, just to add on, right? Sorry to cut you off. It's a new era of search AI, right? We have moved away, not completely away. I still say keyword-based search is the core, but there's a new way to search. It has been there for like 2017, since 2017, but it's a new buzzword to do the search AI. Or if we add AI to anything, it's a buzzword, right?
Right now,
Search, AI
it's like
recruitment, AI banking, everything AI is a buzzword. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a new thing to learn. Redefine how we search, right? Doing hybrid search, combining the best part of both vector search and our core, that is keyword based searching. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think to that AI part you have said, I think it's like I have one offering. I want to go ahead and launch a premium offering. I need to just add AI after my product, and it will be
Yeah,
a premium offering. It's
yeah,
but
a
not
good
every
hack,
product.
a good
Yeah,
hack to achieve fundings, right?
yeah. I'm working with AI. I'm gonna change the
Okay,
world.
we
And
are
actually, it's
going
gonna
to a
it
controversial
yeah.
points, I guess,
But
but
yeah, but it is going to change the world, and it will gonna do it in a positive way.
right,
That's I'm very sure about. So yeah, I think since we are talking about AI, and again, so now we're gonna talk about an organization which has AI in its name. So if you remember, recently we got this news that Elastic has acquired Gina AI.
right.
So, and Gina used to work on AI models, machine learning models. So can you elaborate more how that actually, first of all, why this step was taken, and what it is, so how Elastic is getting beneficial by this acquisition, and how it is useful to the user out there.
Right. So, if I talk about the acquisition history of Elastic, Elastic has been doing lots of acquisition here and there, from doing Obster acquisitions or doing some security stuff acquisitions, right? I don't remember the exact name, but they have been doing acquisition, both observability, search, and security. Uh, if I talk about Gina background, right? So Gina AI is majorly a open source. It usually releases various open source models, mainly embeddings and re-ranker models, right? So embedding models are just to create vectors embedding for our test or voice or whatever, right? And then we have re-ranker models to do re-ranking for hybrid search and stuff, right? So Gina has been a core part. The CEO and the core team of Gina have pretty much involved with embeddings and re-ranker. And for me, Elastic saw an opportunity to have the models. The official announcement says that the models will always be open source, but the models will be more optimized, specific to Elasticsearch, right? And just saw a blog, right, where they mentioned that they have officially integrated Gina AI models with EIS interface with Elasticsearch. So now we can use Gina AI models using EIS interface, uh, inference APIs, right? So we can create embeddings, we can create multilingual embeddings, we can do re-ranking using Gina AI models. Yeah, that's a good step for me. I see this a forward step towards the search AI as well as vector search capability.
I think, and so before Gina, it was Elser and E5, which
Yeah,
were like offered out of the box. Now it's Gina's model as well, where you can,
yeah,
and I think it's lightweight than E5 because E5.
correct, correct. Gina just introduced from the blogs. I'm just reciting it from what I remember. Is they have introduced two models, a re-ranker model and a multi-ranker model. So both will now be natively present with Elasticsearch, and you can use inference APIs at Elastic Inference Service to communicate with it, right? So I love the ELSER model, to be specific, the sparse vector encoding model, but E5 has been a tricky spot for me, right? Uh, I was able to find multiple external models which are much better than E5. Right, I used to use them, but with the introduction of Gina AI models, right, I will try to give it a try and see. And I have been a user of Gina AI, both embedding and re-ranker model. So yeah, that's the model of choice for me, I guess.
Awesome. I think, so before Gina, it was Elsa and E5, which were like offered out of the box. Now it's Gina's model as well, where you can, and I think it's lightweight than E5 because E5, it's also a multilingual model which Gina offers, but it's kind of lightweight than what E5 is. So it
Yeah, uh, just to add on to this, in just new version of Elastic 9.2, Elastic also introduced the EIS I have been talking about, right? Elastic Inference Service, right? Uh, now we have like three options, right? We can use ELAN to upload models to ML nodes of Elasticsearch. We have inbuilt models that are ELSER and E5, and now we can use the inference APIs to the inference service to communicate to external models as well. So I can use OpenAI embedding models through APIs through the Elastic Inference Service EIS. I can use my EIS service to communicate with Anthropic models. I can use EIS to communicate with Cohere models, right? So I can use EIS to communicate with Gemini models, just not the core models which can be uploaded. We have started, I have started personally using the Claude models, the Anthropic models, the Opus and Sonnet models, with my Elastic, with Agent Builder specifically, just to play around to see and stuff. Yeah. So EIS is also a major leap for integrity with external models and have better models available with Elastic's platform.
And I mean, coming to this point, just the user out there, if you have not tried it, it's not like you can only use the models available in Elastic ecosystem. You can always use the open source models. You can just need to import it into Elastic using ELAN facilities. But yeah, you can always do that. So it's not limited to what coming out of the box. You can utilize what's out there.
We as engineers always strive to find another language, right? We have n number of JavaScripts or Angular models. We have React, we have Angular, we have Burn, we have every day we see a new JavaScript or TypeScript framework over there, and we can use that. Something similar with this, right? So we have Lucene, we have KQL, we have Elastic Query Language, we have DSL, we have more languages probably I'm forgetting, but Elastic introduced ESQL, right? So why ESQL, right? ESQL, if I just put it simply, it is a piped language. It is a piped query language. So for someone who is coming from Splunk background, right, or someone who is coming from database, or I can say the SQL world, right, he or she might be aware of writing queries in that using select, star, from, table, whatever, and so on, right? So he or she might, the engineer might be aware. So Elastic has introduced some simpler version. DSL has a learning curve. Not everyone understands DSL. They have complex structure, I can say. It's not that complex if you get started, but we don't have joins in DSL, right? So if someone from SQL is watching, right, or from SQL world is watching, joins is very hot topic, and a debate between choosing NoSQL and SQL, right? Joins is always a pain point. We don't have joins. We cannot do many to one and many to many relations in NoSQL, right? But with the introduction of ESQL, with the introduction of joins in ESQL, quite recent features, we can do one to many, many to one, and many to many relationship between different indices or tables, I can say. So making it simpler, creating a piped language, doing something, or creating a language something similar to our traditional SQL or Splunk queries. So just helping out developers, right? Helping out users to make it more simpler, right? It's just Java and Python.
Right. Also, like if you're gonna see, even if it's agent builder, even if it we talk about workflows, and also uh, that I don't remember the the feature, but yeah, one uh, no, it's agent builder workflows and other things. So what I am trying to say, you can see one thing highlighted there, which is ESQL. So and also there has been various upgrades in ESQL in the 9. So we can say Elastic is promoting ESQL a lot. Uh, I know why, but I want you to simplify it. What's the benefit? Why it is more focused on Elastic? Because if you see, they already have a very large, not very large, but yeah, they have a couple of options in terms of query languages. Why one more language and why it is in more focus than the previous champ, which is DSL?
Uh, I have a quick spice as well for this segment, right? So I'm not sure if you are aware, but OpenSearch have uh, ability to search using SQL, right? So this feature has been long due with Elasticsearch, right? To use SQL to query data. So we have something similar in Elastic now using ESQL, something similar to SQL, but in its own way.
What we can achieve with ASQL, I'm not talking about joins, but other than that, everything is achievable in DSL. But to give an example, let's say I want to fetch the data and do some processing on it. There are options. We have aggregations and all, but again, it's kind of a learning curve process. We You need to get your head around, and you will need to a lot of back and forth when you find the perfect aggregated query for that. Elastic ESQL is very intuitive. Uh, First, let's select it from here. I have the data. Put one pipe, do the whatever process you want to do. Again, you want to do something, then pipe it again. So it's more like how we used to combine the Linux commands, just putting by pipe. So it's more intuitive. Also, I think I'm not sure. I'm not even sure I'm right or wrong, but I think it's kind of have a decent learning curve, and it's good to use with LLMs. If you compare it with DSL, ESQL is more. I'm not. I won't say easy, but yeah, it's more. You can say reliable and intuitive in terms of using it as a tool. I know, like, if someone out there who's watching us has created some agents using agent builder, we use ESQL queries as a tool, and then your LLM can do the reasoning which queries it want to use. So when I talk about the reasoning, it can do better reasoning on DSL. So like I feel the answer of why is with the developer of Elastic, who is and the planning what whichever person is responsible for the planning. But that's what I feel. Also, it's again it's kind of a standard. So if you're coming from Splunk background, you are familiar with the SPL. It's more intuitive. SQL, it's more intuitive. But yeah, I think so. Everybody who is working with Elastic, please go check out ESQL because it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there for long, and I'm not. It's not the only choice, but I have a feeling that it will be the best choice in coming days because it is getting more upgrades than the other ones. So
Just to heads up, it's still under GA.
its own answer to the question. Can we use SQL in Elastic? But yeah, since you want to, so I told you that I will share one story. So, recently I was working with a demo, you can say, where I want to show a RAG and some agentic workflows. Uh, and I built it using Python libraries, LangChain and all. And I was doing it before the introduction of Agent Builder. It was introduced, but I haven't got my hands dirty with it. And then uh, you told me, okay, they launched it. Uh, you told the whole team that okay, it's they have launched something called Agent Builder. I went and see it, and I'm like, wow. That's what I was doing, using the code. I was thinking it was so easy. And the funny part for me, I was using Elastic as a vector database as well as the data database. Yeah, if I had known this, I would just go and build it using Agent Builder. Then so I was watching that introductory video by Elastic. You can also check it out. Someone want to check it out, it's on YouTube. And half the way video, because I have already done this work, I was like, okay, I know it can do this, but I can host it. So my solution is hostable. Okay, still I don't want to feel like that I missed on something. And then just in the second half they told, okay, we have built it. Now if you want to expose it, just do it using MCP, or you can host it. Like you have this the endpoint is available, and it's exposed. I like, okay, now I cannot bail myself. If I had checked it out before, I could have saved at least some time for me and enjoy a good movie in that time. But yeah, now I'm not gonna do it. So if somebody is planning to have a demo or POC, or maybe get something related to agentic AI, please check out Agent Builder before you can go and create something. Because if you are just starting, it will save a lot of time for you. And it's not just only for POC, it's production ready. So if you can check it out, and it's keep on improving. So very promising feature. Really looking after it. Yeah, that's that I forgot. But yeah.
Just still generally available, so be cautious. Elastic is still adding, uh, but at the end of the day, Elastic Agent Builder helps Elastic to be the brain of our AI agent. So yeah, Elastic is always a reliable distributed search engine. So I will give it a shot.
Yeah, I think we have one more point left, which is serverless. Because if you see the release notes, in the end, somewhere it sneaked down. Okay, this improvement has been made in serverless. I think for 9.3 they expanded it into the more regions than before. So we need to plot it out. Okay, if and I love to do that. So let's say again, I'm your client. You are the expert. In last segment, I was VP, but right now I'm just your client. And I have a simple question. I want to start with Elastic today. Which offering I should go with? Either cloud hosted, serverless, or I'm a small company, so I cannot host my own deployments, and I cannot manage infra. So now the choice is between two: Elastic Cloud Hosted and Elastic Serverless. What would you prefer?
I would ask you a counter question. So, to understand the proper infrastructure, what's your use case? Is it observability, security, SIEM use case, or a search use case, right? So, uh, yeah, go on.
Yeah, let me first answer that. So let's say I want to use an observability platform, right? But I am aware of that Elastic has more capabilities with it. It's not just for observability, it is also for there for search, and also it has some cool offerings with agentic AIs and AI era. That's what I have heard, and now I wanted to uh, give it a try. I am using some XYZ of platform for observability. If I can have Elastic with some more functionality which I can try on, that's why I am asking you.
So, serverless is a great offering, I can say. But for observability, I might say it could be costly because uh, serverless talks about the ingestion as well as the search rate, right? So, if we are talking observability, we are doing real time ingestions with TBs or petabytes of data, right? And it will definitely shoot serverless or cloud, elastic cloud cost, right? So, for observability, I would say in current condition, it would be a better option to go with Elastic Hosted Cloud. Of course, there is an operational cost around Elastic Hosted Cloud that we have to do upgrades, you have to make sure you have to do all the administration stuff. Yes, it is managed, but still mm, uh, needs to be done right. Serverless is a great search tool currently for search use cases where we don't have ingestion that frequent. We have static data, we don't have ingress and egress going on, so no cost around that, just few searches here and there. And so that is a good option if you are going for serverless. It's as simple as choosing between EC2 and Lambda, right? So EC2, if we have continuous interaction, we want better stability, better uptime, more fast, and blah blah blah. Where server Lambda, where we want a quick step function for doing some jobs and then deleting. In Elasticsearch, we are not deleting the actual data, but it's just saving the cost of all the extra resources and saving the cost for the upgrades, right? Serverless, we don't talk about versions, right? Everything in under the backend is handled by Elastic itself. All the version upgrades, new features being introduced as soon as it is released within serverless, right? So it's fast moving, latest features. Cost could be a problem with observability. So if we take everything into the consideration, search, static data, not much of an increase of real-time data, then go with serverless. Start with serverless, right? If you are a small company, small and medium company, getting started with Elasticsearch, don't want to give a lots of TRUs, right? Oh, sorry, not want to give a lot of dollars, right? I am talking about elastic terms, right? So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we don't want to talk about cost. So go with serverless, do some POCs, work around with it. Observability is fine, but if you want to go with production where we are ingesting petabytes of data or terabytes of data every day, go with hosted cloud. That would be much cost efficient as well as more reliable.
I mean, we can keep on going because there's a huge list of release notes, but I think that was the major highlights we wanted to talk about. Um, Now, in the last, and it will be last segment, but it will gonna be fun. So let's end on a fun note. So I want you to give and it's a surprise for you. It's not scripted. So out there, all of the guys out there, it's not scripted. Because that's why it will be fun. So yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, so nothing was scripted, but it will be very intuitive because he don't know it's coming. Since we're talking about version 9, so I want to give you a small elevated pitch to the clients. Okay, so now is the right time to move from any versions you are on to 9 and what we're gonna offer you.
I don't write any scripts, so nothing was scripted for me. It is a big enterprise, right? So if you want to please your upper managers, add some AI to your stack. Jokes apart, but if we want to pitch a company to move to a newer version of Elastic, right? The best is that you got the latest and best features of Elastic, whether it be optimizations, right? Uh, Whether it be in observability, we talks about logsdb, right? We know it's been a part of Elastic since I guess 8.14, but we have logsdb to optimize observability. We have Lucene optimization introduced in latest versions of Elasticsearch. So there's a Panama project going on, right? So in Panama project, Elastic worked with Lucene directly to optimize Lucene to work more efficiently, whether it be indexing or searching, right? So to get the latest and best features and provide the best experience to your customer, the end users, whether it be reliability, security, compliance, or anything, right? If you want to use the latest features like agent builder to create agents, to create different POCs around agent, to serve your customers on how you can automate your infrastructures, right? There comes the latest versions, right? Security, latest updates, optimizations, performance, and of course the cost. We'll use we have disk BVQ, we have HNSW BVQ introduced, right? So there's a cost related. So cost, security, performance. I guess I have covered everything. So these are few pitch point here. Everyone will become convinced when I talk about cost.
That's the whole that's the whole point in the end of the day. So yeah, to sum it up, right, it's now it's default. Now it's not so it's a default way of index mode for your data streams, and we talk about, and let's say call it streams, no data streams anymore. Search, I think we talked about vector search, disk BBQ, agent builders, and security. I think for me and the folks working with Elastic Security out there, workflows are most promising thing which we can look after in security. And there's more coming on. I think this is gonna be the you see the superstar quarter. So in the companies we have superstar quarter where we get a lot of revenue. In terms of release. 9 will be the superstar release for Elastic. That's what I can bet on it. But yeah, thank you, Naman. Thank you for all the insights and your time. And I really appreciate your time. Thanks for that. And to our audience, we'll see you in our next installment. We do this weekly. And in the meantime, go check out all the features we have talked about. And please follow us on all the social media handles. Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. Please subscribe to our newsletter on LinkedIn because we're gonna post all these insights in that later as well. And you can visit our website hyperflex.co. Check out our offerings, what services we offer, and also we are writing a good, insightful blogs over there. So please check it out, and we'll see you in the next one.
Before we end, a quick bit for all the viewers over here. So, Elastic India is doing a blogathon. If you want freebies, if you want some MacBooks or something, please go and register for blogathon. Write blogs around how Elastic can be useful with all the search AI stuff. So, yeah, good kids. I am participating. You can too, and see you around. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Parivesh, for having me. Bye bye.
Yeah, you will find us, and see you there as well, and see you in the next installment. Thank you for your time.